All right. Okay, I just need to change one little thing because I'm dumb. Monitor off. There we go. Thought I tasted something and it did something stupid. Okay, we are here. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Harrier Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos, and general maker of things. And it is lovely to be with you guys once again this day. I hope that Monday has been treating you kindly. I hope you had a good weekend. And I hope that we shall have a good, fun, productive evening this day. So I'm going to start with a little disclaimer with today's stream in the sense that we are going to be doing something a little bit unusual for this channel today. You can see it in the title. We are drawing a person. But we're going to be doing it with a very large set of experimental methodologies. And Citrina, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Welcome in. Oh, man. Big, big, big thank yous. That could not have been better timed. We're drawing people. Yes, we are drawing people. We are doing so with some experimental methodologies. I'm still trying to figure out some ways to speed some processes up and just take the strain and effort down a little bit. So I want to get better at being a little bit looser in the artwork, giving the illusion of high detail without there actually being high detail, so on and so forth, and just also being able to do the paintings faster and still look good. So that's one of the things that we're going to be practicing a little bit today. And today we are drawing JSizzleTheGreat, and it's going to be fun. So big, big, big experiments happening. Sai, welcome in. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hope that Monday is treating you well so far. I can't believe we're in March already. The days are going to go by so quickly. The days are going to go by so quickly. Oh my word. I already can't believe that my birthday is on Wednesday next week. Like, where did the year go? I know that I'm on tail end of Q1, but that is too soon. What? I haven't got anything ready yet. But it's fine. It's fine. We will figure it out. Joy. So yes, we are doing some experimental work. Monday's treating me alright? How was your Monday? Monday has been treating me well as well, thank you. So I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter and Blue Sky posts, but I got something in the mail today, which I have been anticipating for a really, really long time. I backed a Kickstarter in 4 years ago, and it finally came through. Tianuki, oh my gosh, happy early birthday, Harrier! Cakes and candles. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's awesome to have you here. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you. And thank you for the early birthday wishes. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. But yeah, my sort of early birthday present is the reward from the Kickstarter that I backed 4 years ago. That finally arrived. I suppose it was supposed to be a Christmas present, but my post office is slow. And what arrived today was volume 2 of Mira, the Chronicles of Iria. Or, yeah. And this is a really, 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 really beautiful graphic novel drawn by Claudia Schmidt, also known as Electa Fencer. German artist. Amazing, amazing, amazing skills. Thank you also for the happy birthday, Citrina. Greatly, greatly appreciated. But yeah, so that arrived today. I binge read it this morning. There's a cliffhanger, which is going to be driving me insane. And I'm definitely going to be spending some time over the next couple of days just poring over all of those beautiful paintings on the inside of this book. It took her like 3 years to paint this thing, because every single panel is a fully painted illustration. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I mean, I will always, always, always recommend to any artist, even if you're not interested in furry style characters, you have to read Mira and Haunter of Dreams. It is just the most beautiful work. I cannot deal. I cannot deal. So I want to absorb some of that visual information into my library, so I'm definitely going to try and do some studies based off of Claudia's work at some point in the future. I will need to just get some permissions from that side, if I may do it on stream or not, but I'm definitely going to be studying some methodologies, because it's just incredible. But with all of that said, I think what we need to do is we need to dive into the actual meat of things for the day. So, what happened earlier on this day as well is that I grabbed references and I started just giving myself a little bit of a cheat sheet about how to actually draw the person that we are working with today. Because why? This is the first time in a while that I am drawing a quote-unquote real human being. Lately, I've been doing a lot of fictional characters, and with fictional characters there is a lot of there's a lot of scope for being forgiving stylistically and so on. But when you're drawing real people, you need to be a little bit tactful. And you want to make them recognizable and so on and so forth. So I spent a little bit of time before stream basically just figuring out, okay, how to draw this person before I actually commit to the actual painting. So I took a couple of notes, got myself a basic color map of how the skin behaves, tried to do a sort of, after getting rough ideas down, gauging, okay, if I had to do this basically from imagination based off of these notes, how would it look? It looks a little bit memeish at the moment because, the lack of color just does that, generally. But I think I've got at least a solid foundation for when I actually put together the picture, which is going to be step number next, is actually putting together the picture so that we can, you know, do the thing. One thing I am going to say is that I am still struggling a little bit with my hand, so if you guys remember, I wanted to do this on Friday last week, but my entire hand and arm that holds the pen was in a significant state of... what's the word now? It really just didn't want to play ball. Everything hurt. My thumb hurt. My elbow was doing something stupid. Even all the way down into my lower back, it was just one long line of things in my arm just being dead tired and not wanting to cooperate. So, I tried to give it as much rest as possible over the weekend. I still did stupid stuff and picked things up right-handed and so on. But I've mostly gotten enough rest in, I think, to be able to actually do it today, to actually do the thing today. So we are going to give it a try, but I'm going to take frequent breaks so that we can actually shake the hand out, rest it, and so on and so forth. So I need to just come over here and expand that folder because I'm going to be using timers today for this stuff. And I also strongly encourage folk to make use of our Twitch redeems on the exercises as well, just because I desperately need to move, and viewers like making VTubers do botsus, don't they? Right? Right? But joy, so that's where we're at. So I have not actually done a layout yet for our piece. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just collapse the reference here for a second. Let me just find it. There we go. What I think we're going to do is I definitely want to give it this very, very infectious and almost signature smile enough time of day, which is why I practiced with the practice sketches as well with the full smile rather than trying to decode into a neutral facial expression. Because from what I've got, I think I probably could do a more neutral expression, but I don't want to because that smile is something that I think is kind of one of his most recognizable features. So we want to make use of it. And we like happy pictures when we're dealing with people who are working with food. So we're going to start with kind of getting a bit of a layout going. So let's think for a second. I want to do something with some sort of pan is definitely in order on this. You can't not, honestly. Unless we are actually having it in plating stage. Maybe doing the plating stage is maybe not a bad idea. Maybe doing the plating stage isn't a bad idea. Let's do some rough concepts and figure it out. I want which brush? I want... Yeah, let's roll with that. I sort of want to do a more front-on view. Give ourselves the cinematic angle. Maybe not quite to that extent. And maybe not quite that high. Let's go with... something like that, so that we've got something that breaks the silhouette. We'll actually figure out which dish we'll put up here later. Figure it out. I'm not happy with that posture. It's a little bit too... Yeah, I'm not happy with that posture. It's a bit too dark. I want something a bit more open. Still not happy with that head and neck posture. Let's see. Still not happy. And over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out of the playlist because I'm still busy doing that. Okay. And let's do the application of some garnish with this hand. That angle is wrong. Something like that. Do. Something like that ought to do the trick, yeah? Alright, that works. Straighten it up a little bit more. I think. I just want to scale this down a little bit. And I almost want to bring the torso a little bit further behind the food. Kind of straighten up the angle a little bit more, because I have a bad habit of going for a very comfy 3/4 view. Okay. I'm happy with it, but it wants to be in portrait. I'm happy with that, but it wants to be in portrait for sure. So, first thing first, we go cut the entire layer. Yes, edit. Rotate canvas clockwise. Okay, paste. Let's see, how does this behave now? Nope, it did not want to be in portrait. Let's stick to landscape. Okay. And I'm going to undo the movement because now I've got stuff not on my third lines and I do not want to have to fight with that in composition. Can still get a fairly front-on view. Even like this, a little bit smaller. There we go. Now we refine our physique. Just want to check here again with the references that I've got. In terms of my proportions, head can still be a little bit smaller. Yeah. Head can be a bit smaller. There we go. Alright, so in terms of our composition, I'm happier with that. And CoffeeBot is here, so I think that means that it is time for our first hydrate, and then from there we're going to start using our timers. So everyone, acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverage and take a sip. Alright. Whew. I'm on water for now. I'm probably going to get another cup of coffee in about a half hour or so, maybe a little more. In the meantime, let's switch on our timer. It would help if our timers were not, in fact, let's just unlock the location of our timers. Because all of you guys are in the wrong place, I see, now that there is stuff happening back there. So let's plonk you lot over here, where we can see you. There we go, and lock the folder. There we go. So now we can see all of our timers. Yay! And that is going to be until our next stretch and hydrates, unless someone redeems a thing. Okay, so we've got our rough idea in place. Now let's rough in some colors, because that is step number next that I want to do, is sort of, or not colors but values, because I want to definitely work with values being an important aspect here. So we're going to start with silhouette. And I just want to plan this out for composition purposes as well, because whatever's happening in the background, we want to figure that out too. Now, if we look at our kitchen here, we've got fairly light splatter cover countertops, so that's going to be a bit lighter. And let me just very quickly see, because I'd never actually picked one of the things that he's done before. To actually draw, because I decided on a whim that I was actually going to draw the food as well. So let's quickly go to the profile. There we go, and grab a reference real quick. Let's see. Let's see what looks particularly artable on the completed dishes side. That looks good. I think I'm going to use this one. As File, create new from clipboard. There we go. Let me use this one as my food reference that I'm going to draw. So we've got where is my lasso foil? There we go. Let me use this to rough things in. Okay, something like that. Then over the top of this, we need a round gradient, something like that. Just add a little bit of variation. Undo that. Add some plain white behind. I've got no idea what happens on this side of the room, but we're going to fake it. Why? Because this is basic concepting. It's not trying to be 100% photo accurate. What I am going to do is I'm going to include some studio lighting. Because I believe the plan is for him to begin streaming the cooking as well, which is going to be fun. In which case, a good lighting rig is going to be important for him. to make sure that the workstations show off what they are supposed to. And there's probably overhead light, because if I look at the reflections on the floor over here, there's definitely evidence of an overhead light over here as well. So our lighting profile is going to look something roughly like so. Okay, let's reduce that, merge that down. And that's going to give us what we're looking for here. Okay, I think that frames it nicely. I think that frames it nicely. I think that will work as far as framing goes. And composition, I think that will look good. So now we can actually look at starting the actual painting now that we've finished the planning. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by grabbing the skin color over here. And I'm going to do something very, very, very experimental. I'm going to go start with an overlay, and I'm going to change this later. Primary skin color on the hands is different. Okay. Now, the chef's uniform that he's got is basically black. So let's think. When we do the lighting, we're probably going to go for a warm color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for not pure black, but I'm going to go for something. It's got a little bit of warmth in it. So let's go 30. That looks like a good starting point. 10% there. And I think this is going to be our darkest color. We don't really want to go into the pure black. Well, I don't want to this time because we're dealing with a lot of lighter values, so I want to maintain some of those lighter values. Okay. Now I'm going to switch this to normal. And what I want to do is I want to separate the hand and arm. Wrong selection tool. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to add I'm gonna grab one of the layers from that countertop. And not quite completely black. Let's grab underneath here. Of course I would. There we go. Okay, something like that. Let's just quickly do this and hit the Save As button. Maybe that will be a good idea. 2025-03-03 JSizzle save. There we go. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. And remove this one from the playlist before it disappears. Too late. Too late. Okay, never mind. So now I'm gonna just put these in a group and I'm gonna hide them for a second. I'm gonna come over here. And from here we're going to do an actual proper sketch. So just pull our reference open a bit more. Now, just working in rough landmarks first. His ears are smaller than that. Okay. Gets us most of the way. Not happy with how pronounced this eyebrow is though. Like that's too much. All right. Now I just want to doubly check what the pleating on this does. We've got two distinct pleats. So 2 distinct pleats, and then from there it's tucks. That'll do. Now, I'm not happy with the positioning on this eye. It's too low. Okay, and this one is angled poorly. All right. Okay, that'll do the trick. Now, in terms of the shape of his glasses, like that. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. I'll leave that there for now. In terms of this particular piece, let's just check the cut. I've got enough contrast to work with to actually be able to tell. Let me just do this. So I can just see, yes, it just does that, okay. That'll do the trick. And I am taking this one off of the playlist immediately. Too repetitive. That'll do. Now, he's actually got really long fingers. Okay. Okay, that is our first timer that has just gone off, which makes sense considering that CoffeeBot has just landed as well. So everyone, acquire your nearest safe consumption beverage, and let's take a sip. I hope everyone is holding out okay. And let me see. Eva here. Okay. Okay. No, that has just gone off. Oh. Which makes sense considering that CoffeeBot has... Okay, let me just get rid of that. Why has that tab that I just checked to make sure that it was in fact still working not on mute? And why was my browser not on mute? Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. Now that we're all awake. Now that we're all awake. Let me drop this in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to give us a very, very light inking in a very select few places. I want to mostly focus inking around the face. I'm also trying a different inking brush than usual. Let me not have my microphone where I can hit it with my head. Ow. There we go. That'll do the trick. That'll do the trick. Like that. Get rid of you. There we go. Zoom in. Okay, that works. Then here. I'm probably going to paint over that a bit later, but it's fine. For now, it'll do the job. The dot giver living up to the name. Greetings. Okay, that is almost ready. Step number next. Surprise, surprise, I'm still figuring out exactly what methodology I'm going to use as I go. Because I'm kind of... vacillating between two workflows, and I think I know which one I'm going to go for, but I'm still... I'm still actually making up my mind. I knew I was going to be experimenting, but to what degree I kept kind of flexible in my thought processes leading up to today. Nyop, nyop, nyop. Probably combining methodologies is going to be what's going to end up happening quite significantly. Now, just to check. Too low resolution, definitely too low resolution. Okay. That'll do. Something like that. Bring that down a bit more. There we go. There we go. In terms of eyelashes, they are very, very thin and very, very straight. That'll do the trick. That'll do the trick, that'll do the trick. That'll do, that'll do. Okay. Okay. So as far as line art goes, I think that is all I actually want to add as far as inks go. So let me just rename the layer. And I don't want them to be pure black. Full. Let's go 30, 15, 5, okay. That will do. Save button. Hope everyone is holding out okay. Ooh, I've got an issue with the shape of these glasses still. Hold up. I just saw that they are rounder than I thought. They are rounder than I thought at the bottom. These are much rounder than I thought at the bottom. There's a little bit of a corner on this side. But almost none on the other side. Okay, now let's clean this mess, because that became very, very messy. No, undo. Okay, it's better, but it's still not right. Get rid of all of you. Get rid of all of you. Try this again. There we are, there we are, there we are. Pull this down a bit further, undo. Okay. Save. What's here? Okay. So we have now got a foundation in which we can actually paint. So I'm actually gonna make this 2. This one is getting removed from the playlist. Okay. Let's just lock the opacity for a second. I want to come over here. That'll do. Let's put this back on a normal layer. This behind. Let's not get caught up in rendering just yet. But we've got the timers gone past, so I think it's time that we all hydrate. So everyone, acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverage. And let's take a sip. Okay. JSizzle, hello, hello, welcome in, and thank you so much for the follow. You caught me. Greetings, greetings. It is awesome to have you here. How are you doing this fine day? How are you doing? Oh, for your tortellini fun. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the bits. It goes greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Ah! Oh, my word. Thank you so, so much. I am shook. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My microphone is loud. Wow. Ah, I'm clipping. I'm not used to being loud. There we go. That should be better. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, what? What? No. Oh, thank you for the other 100 bits. Oh, my word. For being awesome. Oh, my word. You are too kind. You're too kind. Thank you. Thank you. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here. I'm Harriet Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos and general maker of things, who, honestly... Oh, no, no! You mess on you all. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my word, that... I am shook. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you for the 300 bits. Wow. I do not know. I'm done for now. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I was not expecting that at all. Thank you. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, my word. Let me just skip this one on the playlist because it does not vibe. Thank you. So you're going to make me very, very, very shy, but thank you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am doing very well. I am doing very, very well this day. Thank you so much. We have been productive so far. I'm doing a lot of experimentation today with your piece. So I had to do a couple of breakdown sketches at first so that I could make sure that I'm not drawing the wrong person by accident. But we have started getting compositions and everything working out. Let me just pull out my values so that we can see what the rough idea is. I have no idea if it's factually appropriate to the room in question, but hey. I'm vibing like a chinchilla breakdancing at the beach on a Tuesday afternoon. Oh man, I can think of much less vibing things than that. I mean, that is a vibe. That sounds like a vibe. Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Around here, we are largely in the cozy vibes camp, with intermittent spurts of madness of various degrees coming through. But yeah, we are slowly but certainly plugging through our first pass. I feel like I did something stupid just now. There we go. I feel a little shy. No, don't. We are on an appreciation spree today. I feel very, very dumb a lot of the time when it comes to other content creators, sadly. I feel like I am too much in survival mode a lot of the time to actually really engage. But what I can say is that what I've seen of your work, I've really liked the idea of, and I can't do much, but I can draw. So, I can't necessarily give back to the community the same way as other people can. When I see someone who I think is doing good stuff, I kind of just want to draw them. And I think you're doing good stuff, so. Of course, what I want to do and what I'm capable of doing is not always the same thing, but we do what we can as we can. I appreciate it. I wish I had time to cook more. Yes, I hear that you are in the process of studying, and I think that is also a very important way of spending your time, and very impressive as well. I am a terrible student. So if you are of the sort that is capable of doing so, then it is another degree of admirability. Good old college, getting another degree. Another, he says, as if it is the most casual thing on earth. Getting another degree. Right, let me just check. These were, in fact, black buttons. Okay. My first one being culinary arts, of course. Of course. I'm not happy with how that turned out at all. Oopsie. And I hope that the studies are treating you well. Can't be a pro chef without the qualifications. This is true, this is true. Unfortunately, we live in a world where paperwork sometimes has more weight than other things, but the paperwork came for a reason in the first place, so... The studies are beating me up, but I'm surviving. I'm sure you'll do just fine. I'm sure you will do just dandy. So, one of the things that I'm trying to do with this picture, which is something that I'm kind of been really bad at recently, is trying to not overdo things on the rendering, and trying to actually get something a little looser looking. But I'm already falling back into the trap of wanting to over-render everything. My goal is to be more than just a chef. I'm exploring my other passions. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. It's always good to have multiple options in life. This is true. And if you've got multiple passions that you can pursue, and for which there are means to explore, then that's always a win. Zany, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? And we're gonna... Nope, wrong slider, wrong slider. Being a pro chef doesn't help with retirement. It's a cook to leave because it can't. Yeah, that is true. That sounds about right. One needs to have backstops and passive incomes and all of those other necessities. I recently discovered that I'm starting to develop a repetitive stress injury in my drawing hand, which is slightly worrying because I do not yet have backstops as well. So I understand the feeling for the need for those sorts of things. I'm doing alright, just finished getting some stuff sorted to sell my broken car. Oh no! Just a few more things to handle and my adulting for the day is done. Oh man. Oh man. I hope that the sale of the broken vehicle goes well and that it is not going to be too big an issue. Yeah, but I still cook, of course, as you can see. Of course, you got this. Yeah, I'm figuring things out as we go as well. I'm figuring things out. The color is grey. The color is grey. So let's make use of that. Doot-doot-doot. Sorry, I'm alternating between speaking with you guys and talking with myself. I'm sorry. Trying to figure out what I'm doing with each stroke. Hopefully it goes well. The next thing to worry about is getting a new car. Yeah. Look, if you get enough off of the scrap, that will be a bigger help, that's for sure. Looking at this reminds me that I need new chef gear. Yeah. It's always helpful to have a decent variety in the cupboard so that you can cook multiple days. Because I imagine if you are going to be doing this on the regular when you've got the opportunity after college and after hours if depending on what you're busy with, you are probably going to be doing this more than once a week. Maybe Hawaiian shirt chef jacket. I think that would work. That would work. With your personality, I'm pretty sure that fun colors would vibe with you very, very well. And stretch and a hydrate. Alright, there we go. Let us do just that. So, we've got a rule on my channel where whenever we have a hydrate, everyone takes a sip, because I'm not the only one who needs to stay healthy. So let's start with a hydrate and then move on to the other ones. And I've just hit the save button as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So everyone, acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverage and let's take a sip. I specify safe for consumption beverage because it's not necessarily going to be water for everyone that they have in reach. Sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's tea, sometimes it happens to be whatever juice they have available. Sometimes it's, you know, maybe you've got a cyborg in chat and they need to drink brake fluid. I don't judge. But it needs to be safe for the life form in question. But yes. So, now we have the stretch. And this one, I'm going to talk you guys through it because obviously the model does not have the tracking. So, for our stretch, let me just take off the jacket for a second. Okay, oof. Why did that hand get stuck? Okay. So, we're going to start with pulling out the arms straight to the sides, like T-pose type, and just pushing them back as far as they're going to go. Pushing them all the way back. To really just open up chest and compress the back because that is necessary. Lean forward in the chair a little bit, just like so. holding, 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 and relax. And knit the hands in front and push forward to open up the back. Compress the pecs. Okay. Also get a bit of movement in the hand as well. Sorry, just got a call from an important person after I sent my last message. No problem, no problem. Phone calls at inopportune moments happen. The number of times that I just send a message in chat, the one time that I get to watch a stream or something, and then immediately after I get called out of the room because of some or another emergency is pathetic, but it happens anyway. I know the feeling very well. Still doing the stretching. We're shaking out the hands at the moment. Still shaking out the hands. Getting blood flow where it's supposed to be. Should probably stand. Also, just do a little bit of rotation. Which is important for the lower back. Basically, have my toes pointing forward and try to get my face pointing backward. Both directions. Okay. That helps for now. And we shall probably do another set of those in a little while. Okay. Right. We continue. So, let me think. So, in terms of our background, I wanted to have, why is this on hard light? I want this to be on normal. Weird. Okay. I want to put sort of a some sort of door window thing on this side of the room because it feels like there would probably be one somewhere there. I have no idea what the actual logistics on the inside of that room are, but we are guesstimating and we're not going to make any crazy assumptions. Now, I'm not happy with this color, so we're going to go tonal correction, hue, saturation, luminosity. Hue, we're going to make this a little bit... not that much. Saturation up. Luminosity up. Okay. Now all the way up here, what I want to do is I want to grab a white and fold this and turn this into a color layer so that I can also check my values again. Okay, that works. That works. Now I'm going to do our barn doors on our park hands. Okay. And let me go to this. Unlock. Now, to get good lighting, you can get away with either RGB or RGBW LED cans, which you can get relatively cheaply as well. So let us put an LED array in here. Okay, lock opacity, fulfill. Add glow. Get some stage lighting in there, because if we're going to be filming stuff, you want to be able to have a well-lit space. And those can be dropped from a roof-mounted bar. One of these things weighs about, what? 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms? So it's not like it needs to have all of the weight in the world supported on this thing. There we go. Filter, blur, Gaussian. That'll do the trick. There we go. Then back here, let's go for, grab this color again. Grab our ellipse. Wrong layer. Not happy. Add glow. Glow dodge. Glow dodge looks better. I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, the mistake was putting the glow dodge inside the LEDs before I had done everything else. Why? Because special effects come at the end. Special effects come at the end. Really, Harry, I don't make noob mistakes. Something like that. Okay, now that goes off. And we try this again. There we go. Okay, that'll have to do for that. I also want to do duplicate and go dodge here and go falter, blur, Gaussian, bleed that all the way out as far as I can. Let it process. And that is hopelessly little. Okay. If I put it behind. Okay. When in doubt, apply airbrush. Okay, and full. I do not actually want that one there. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this glow at all. I want that sort of a diameter. I do not want that sort of... color. Add glow. That'll do. That'll do. I'm happier with that. Okay. Then. Let's hide the torso here and clean up this arm. It would help if I had that on that mode. There we go. No. What is... happening? What is on this layer that I'm not seeing? That's what's happening. Okay, grab that. Like so. I'm gonna need to cut this shape better still, but we'll get there. Something like that. Boundary color is a little bit redder. We use this brush. Okay. And then that's quite pale actually. What's the middle-ish color here? What's the average? Okay, when in doubt, blend and find something in between. Okay, that'll work. Grab that. Okay. I feel like I made another stupid mistake. Yes, I did. I forgot to lock my opacity. Ah, well. I can continue cleaning this up as we go. Uh-huh. Something like that-ish. Something like that-ish. I will come back to it. I'll come back to it. Let's not get bogged down in the details yet. We've not got everything blocked in yet. Okay, so come back here. Now in this case, I do not particularly mind going over the edge on the outside here a little bit, because I'm going to be filling in that area anyway. Let's not have that get messy. Now let's see. Our border should be there, and you need to clear there. Okay, corner in place. Now we come back here. And now we clean up. There we go. Okay. Lock. Something like this, ish. Let's see, hide you. Mm. Mm. It works, but I'm worried it might actually make the fabric look a little bit too shiny. I have been reabsorbed. Yay! Are you okay? Are you okay, though? Save button. Save button is a good idea. There we go. Saved. Okay. We're slowly but certainly getting our assembly in place. I'm vibing like a can of chickpeas. Hey! Chickpeas are actually not as highly praised as I feel they sometimes ought to be. They are very versatile bulk. If there's one thing I can do, it's help create an image in your mind. Hey, that is definitely a skill. That is definitely a skill. I think this is going to be over the shoulder just a little bit more like so. Is that the vibe? Probably. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now let's see. Put our background objects back in place. Merge those two. Filter. Blur. Okay, like that. And I want to go and duplicate this, put it on top, clip it down, and just pull that back. Let's go add. Something like that. Okay, and let's just check our values again. Okay, there we go. Then here we're going to need to add our motley texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to up here by my textures. I'm going to go scroll down all the way down to monochrome pattern. Let's see, it should be in here, right? It ought to be. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There are a lot of patterns in here now. I had failed to realize just how many. Okay. So I'm gonna start by actually layering a couple of patterns on here to get our marble texture. Clip. This is going to be our foundation. And then I'm going to add this, which is going to be an element of chaos. Okay. And what we're going to do is we are going to rasterize, and we're going to come in here like this, and we are going to go free transform and give it a little bit of perspective warping. Just like that. Okay. Let me collapse this so that I can see chat again. Ta. There we go. Then this side as well, we're going to rasterize. Put that on top. Let's go hard light. Reduce that opacity. Let's go add glow. Reduce that opacity down. It does not actually add anything, so it goes away. Doesn't pay the bills, it must go. There we go. Let's add another texture. This is gonna be this one. Nope, not this one. Let's go this one again. We're going to do some messing with layering. So this one, what we're going to do is we are going to fill wait, what's layer style is this? Layer property. No. Where is this information? Where is the thing that I am looking for? Oh, that's why. Expression color, I want it to be in color. There we go. Duplicate. There we go. Duplicate, hide the 1. Rasterize. Expression to color. Edit tonal correction binarization. Okay. Edit convert brightness to opacity. And filter blur Gaussian like so. The music app. Yes. Sorry, I was kind of focused on trying to get things to work like how I wanted them to, so I kind of missed chat there for a second. Whoopsie. Now, where is this blocks? I want you over here, and I want you to rotate. Delete. Rasterize. The weirdly colored countertop. Yeah, I'm very familiar with this kind of countertop. It is arguably one of the nicest textures to need to work with, because despite requiring a couple of layers to actually bold, you can do it even relatively lazily and it still looks good. So now with one more, I think we should have everything we need. I'm going to duplicate it in case. Either which way, rasterize. Tsukiyomi! Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I am doing well. My name is Harrier Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos, general maker of things, and currently doing battle with a countertop. Hope you are doing well this day. And that is believable. That is believable. Copy. Now I regret my decisions to Tsukiyomi, I think I've been here before. I'm following Did I Never Speak. You know, maybe it's because I'm terrible with names, but I can't recall you having spoken, but either which way, it's good to have you here. I appreciate your being here, whether you lurked or not. I appreciate your being here, either which way. Okay, now I need to suffer the consequences of my previous decision to meld those together. So what I need to do is I need to undo and rebuild this entire piece. Oh, I'm doubting if I spoke. Oh dear. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. We are chilled. We are vibing, and it's no stress, if you can't remember. I often can't even remember what day of the week it is, so the fact that we are here, and it is in fact Monday. Let me just check my calendar. Is it? Yes, it is in fact Monday. We're okay. We stress not. So I'm just going to grab this color again quickly. Show those all up again. Come over here. And rebuild our counter. Because of course I would do the dumb. Rectangle select. Cut. Paste. Transform. Yes. Dum. Okay. Still not 100%. That'll do. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Okay. Now, we throw those back on. Now, all of these we take and we scale down. Just like so. Okay. Just waiting for a little blue bar to creep across my screen while this thing auto-saves. And I'm now cold. Let me put my jacket back on. Let me put the jacket back on. Eek. Because I took the jacket off to stretch because it was in the way. And now I am frozen to the bone. Yet again. Okay. Time check. 11:38. Okay. Over here, let us zoom in. And undo that. I'm going to come on this layer. We're going to just flatten these on. Add multiply, like so. Instant dimension. Clear that. Let's grab that thing. There we go. I'm not happy, but we'll figure it out. That looks better. Yes, that looks better. Okay. Now we merge those two. What did you do now? Okay, filter, blur, Gaussian. There we go. Let's go airbrush in some fake detail. I do not like this, so I'm going to clear it. Grab this. And just make a subtle halo around the back here, just so that we can get that contrast. Use the glow from the door basically as an excuse for it. Okay. It's something. Let's add a glow dodge here. On the edge of the countertop. Like so. And like so. And similarly, add a glow. What is that, an add glow or a glow dodge? Did I just use glow dodge? Same thing over here. Bam bam. Something like that gives us an idea of a corner. I'm going to do a little bit of interior decorating here, which under normal circumstances is a bad idea for me. I should not be allowed to design interiors. Or at least dress interiors, by my own reckoning. I sometimes feel like I've got very little sense for styling a room. But I largely also think that's maybe because I haven't done it a lot. Let me go tonal correction here. Okay. Environment is slowly but certainly starting to come together, which helps in terms of when we eventually get to completing the body rendering. What is our status? We have been going for 2 hours and 23 minutes on this. Save button. Okay. I'm going to see if I can quickly barter another cup of coffee before the rest of the household retires for the evening. I will be back momentarily, and then we continue. I'm just going to see if I can barter a quick cup of coffee. All right, caffeine acquired, coffee acquired, we continue. Okay. Is everyone holding out all right? Either which way, acquire your nearest safer consumption beverage. In my case, it's a freshly prepared thermal mug of coffee. And take a sip. Ooh, toasty. Ooh, that's good. The toasty is helpful right now. The toasty is very, very helpful right now. Okay. Let's see. There's going to be a plate here. I have got my doubts about exactly what I chose to put there, but I'll figure it out later. Let's actually get our person in a more stable order. So let's see, I've got the arm. I should have put the hand and the arm separately. Let me do that. Okay. Let me put all of you guys in a folder so that I don't have to think about you. I can just hide you. Hide you. That selection. Cut. Paste. Hide. Delete you. Grab you. Lock. And that is in fact a straight sleeve. It hasn't got any cuff or anything. Okay. I'm going to put this in front. Undo, undo, undo. Something like that. Lock. Let's talk about it. Hello, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Doing good. This looks like a really cool project. Thank you. I am experimenting a lot. It's not going how I thought it would go, but I can't say it's going disagreeably. but let me think. Let me think. Let me start with the save button. Maybe that's a good idea. I will be honest, I'm starting to lose track of where I want to be going next. Because I know I wanted to do some stylistic experimentation. But at the moment I feel like I've got 3 styles going on in here already. And I'm not happy that I'm tying them together nicely. Yet. And I don't know if it's because my methodology is in need of revision. Or if I got lazy earlier and now I'm going to be suffering the consequences. Let's take this one step at a time. Something like that. Okay. Nope. Undo. And fingernails continue to be a really weird thing to have to accommodate. Palacorvius, the finger is JSizzling. Thank you very much. How are you doing this fine day? My name is Harriet Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos and general maker of things. And I know you guys probably already know that, but I'm just saying it in the benefit of anyone who is new or who is not making themselves known, who might be shy to make themselves known. I'm not going to call you out and expect you to do so. Vibin wanted to take a peek at your work and I saw that wonderful thumb. Oh, thank you very, very much. How are you doing? Vibing, you said. Ugh, I feel like I just... Oh, I have not had enough coffee yet this day. Oh, hold up. More coffee needs to be had. Everyone, acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverage. My coffee is right between my hands. And let's take a sip, because obviously I did the stupid right now with my wording. Like, bro. That's just stupid with my wording right now. Oh my word. Okay. Save button. How long have we been working? 2 hours, 40 minutes. Okay. It's not going as quickly as I would have liked it to go, because I wanted to actually do a speed experiment, a speed run experiment, but I'll save the speed run experiment for next time, I think. Because I'm currently working with more pieces up in the air than I had anticipated when I started. Water for me, but I know that feel. Sometimes you gotta go on response autopilot. Good luck with the visa, thank you. No, it's all good, it's all good. It's like, you know when you forget if you said a thing, and it's like, did I in fact greet, or did I just fabricate the memory of greeting? Because humans have that unfortunate disposition of fabricating memories. In my personal case, I already know that I've got memory issues because the mists be maddening that I reside in, so there is that little detail. But hey. The side effects pop up every now and again of forgetting other little things here and there. I'll come back to this. Infuriatingly, I am not happy with any of this coloring work. Infuriatingly, I am not happy with any of this coloring work. Wow. Let me do this. I'm gonna steal these layers because they're okay. Copy. Paste. Hide. Merge down. Tawny, hello, hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you. I am experimenting. Having a few small issues, but otherwise vibing, surviving. brain is frying a little bit, but we are doing the best that we can. How are you? Oh, it looks really good. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm kind of sort of semi-restarting the coloring because I'm not exactly happy with how it was going. I'm alright, been super busy, just stopping in for a while. Aw. I hope that it's been the good kind of busy and not the... everything is burning busy. Because I know how frustrating the latter can be. But of both, mostly just full-time work and practically full-time student. Ah, I see. Wishing you all the best then. You know what? I'm still making the same mistake. Start here. Block out. Big group colors. If I'm going to undo 90% of this later because I decide that I'm being dumb again, then c'est la vie. This is an experimental work. I'm trying to not be pedantic in the wrong places. You know, it would help if I was, in this case, following that set of lines. Da-da-da. I'm being dumb again. Just just keep on with what I was building with. Don't complicate things for yourself at this stage, Harry. Nope, nope, nope. Undo, undo, undo. Um... Okay, it's messy, but it'll do. It gives us the landmarks. It gives us the landmarks. But it does feel like the hand in this arm is a little bit disconnected. I am going to put this past my Q&A department before I could take it any further. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Because it's decent, but I'm not happy with it. Frustratingly, it's decent, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with how the process is going. I'm not happy with this process at all. It feels like I don't know what I'm doing. And everything I try circles back to things that are going to cause problems later down the line. So I need to try other things in processes. I don't know what method I'm going to take. I don't know which method I'm going to take. This is frustrating. Like, I feel like if I decided, okay, I'm just going to make this a sketch and paint over it, I would have had a result. But I'm not sure that I'm getting the result that I'm looking for. I'm not getting the result that I'm looking for, and 3.5 hours into the process, sometimes one needs to step back and realize, I'm not getting the result that I'm looking for, and decide whether or not you're going to invest more hours and try and fix a thing that's broken. And not satisfying, or whether to start over. That's the question that every now and again one needs to face, especially when it comes to these creative work pieces. Is it doesn't matter if it's illustration, an animation, a song, a piece of writing. Sometimes you look at it and you come to a crossroads of, this is okay, but it's time to remake. And I think I've just hit that crossroads. Because I could push through with this, but I won't be happy with it. Or if I am going to be happy with it, it'll be after like 30 work hours. And I do not have the 30 work hours available for this experiment. Because I invested time in the wrong places up front, and I invested time in the wrong methodologies up front. So, how am I going to repair this? 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 Because at the end of the day, I really don't want to do the grayscale and overlay method. Like for right now, it is not the right tool for the job. But I feel like I have not made enough of the right decisions to be able to continue with this confidently and competently. So I'm going to come back over here. And on a new note, let's make a couple of notes for myself. Firstly, pick a dish so that I know what exactly it is that I'm going to be putting in front of the guy. Because I do definitely want to increase my art speed, simply because with the repetitive stress injury starting to come into play, I really, really, really don't want to need to spend 30 or 40 hours on a waist up illustration. If I can get something that looks good in 5, because I can do something with this in 5 hours, but I'm not certain that I will be happy that it's polished enough in 5 hours. So I need to investigate speedier methodology. I know my handwriting is going for a ball of chalk right now as well. That's also because I can start to feel my hand ache as well. The last thing I need is Okay. I've got some research to do. I've got some research to do before I feel like I'll be satisfied to pick this up again. Let's go call this notes, save. Okay, I will pick this up again, but at the moment I am not happy with how this illustration is coming together. I'm not happy with the methodology. The likeness is passable-ish for now, but I'm not happy with the methodology that it took to get to this point, and I'm not happy that the methodology is going to carry me to where I want to be later down the line. So I'm going to call it here, do some more research. Watch a couple of processes and see if I can assimilate some information into a workflow. Because I need to get better at my paintings. I need to get better at straight paintings. And I need to get faster at straight paintings. So, yeah. That's a little bit of a anticlimax at the end of this evening, especially after I had to postpone the stream once already. But at the end of the day, I think making the call to stop at the point where I'm feeling things are not working, rather than pushing through frustration. I do not want to be in the business of pushing buses uphill on illustrations that are not working. I'd rather start over on an illustration that's not working than push the bus uphill. I'm definitely going to pick this up again, but I'm probably going to pick it up again fresh after some further research, after a couple more experiments, and keep at it. Because it's possible, but it's not to the standard that I would be happy with. And that means that I need to investigate ways that I can get it better. So, yeah, we're at that awkward plateau point in creativity where it's like, I can see that there is so much wrong with my stuff here. It's time to improve. It's time to learn new things. Let's go. And it's good that it comes every now and again. Like it's been a while coming because how can I phrase this? I have been busy with a lot of task switching between lots of different creative media, between the live 2D and the illustrations and the character designing and the 3D modeling, etc, etc, etc. I've been doing a lot of task switching and a lot of modularity switching. So the cycle of improvement for each individual type of media is a little bit slower because the quote-unquote daily progress in each one is also less than if I was a one-trick pony, you know? So I have been feeling I'm seeing a lot more errors in my art lately, as far as illustrations go, as far as painted illustration output goes. I've been feeling the errors. Like, some things go right and some things do not go right. And I feel that I need to find a way to work that is going to be fast enough for me to not get impatient with it and then revert back to old habits. Because at the moment I can feel myself going old habits with no growth and no improvement, and I don't like it. So I am going to do some investigation to see if I can find new information, see if I can find alternative methodologies. I'm going to do some studying on the art of Claudia Schmidt, Electa Fencer, and also Sam Does Arts. I think they have styles that I can learn a lot from. But yeah, my main focus is going to be loosening up and increasing speed, faking detail, adding texture. Those are going to be the things that I need to focus on in the near to immediate range of target improvements for the illustration work. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm cutting losses. I'm cutting losses and then coming back better and stronger. You know? Sometimes you just need to know, okay, time to start from scratch. It happens. Frustrating when you're doing it with a piece that is for someone else and they know about it. And it goes wrong. But at the end of the day, I would rather finish something that I'm happy with and proud to share than post something that makes me full of ick. So I think it's the right decision for this day. Good to have done the experiment, good to have figured out that my methodology is now actually irksome for me. Finding the methodology is going to be the next big thing. Because I'm still trying to figure out what my balance is going to be between inking and non-inking. Like, I think the uninked stuff looks really, really good and pro. With me in sketches, I've liked having the thicker lines on the sketch tile stuff. It feels right, it feels nice, but it doesn't look polished. And I want to have a nice, polished looking methodology that works for me. So we'll get there eventually. That's it. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It was interesting. It was interesting. I will see you again on Wednesday to continue work on rigging Citrina Shutterbug's ending screen animation. We are continuing that rig. We're going to probably work on that on Thursday as well. And then the week thereafter is my birthday week. We'll have a stream on Monday. We'll probably have a stream on Wednesday, which is the actual birthday. I sort of wanted to do a donathon sort of a thing for the replacement graphics tablet fund. I don't know if I can put that together. I also don't know what we're going to do about an actual event. I don't know if I'm going to have the capacity between now and then to actually finish a bunch of stuff that I've had on the cards, but I've had to prioritize some things more than others. So it's a lot up in the air at the moment. We'll see what happens. We'll see what ends up happening. Because in all likelihood at this stage, it might very well end up being just a normal stream. It might very well end up just being a normal stream because I couldn't organize a party if you locked me in a brewery. So, yeah. I am going to love and leave you all. See if I can spend about another hour doing some research on stuff. And then turn in for the day. Thank you to everyone who has been lurking. I appreciate you. To everyone on YouTube who's going to be in the VOD squad, thank you as well. You are MVPs. And until next time, rest well when you get to it. And I'll see you soon.